And good afternoon. Minasan, konnichiwa. Thank you so much for joining us for day 4 of the Northern California Cherry Blossom Festival. This is our 54th annual festival, coming to you virtually, socially distanced, masked, but definitely with the same community spirit that we try and bring to this every year. I'm Jana Katsuyama with KTVU Fox 2 News, and I'm going to be your host today. I am so delighted to be a part of this virtual festival, and there's been so much that's gone into this, and at the end of what's been a very difficult year, we're so glad that you are joining us here, whether it be through Zoom, Facebook, or YouTube. We have a great tech team that's behind the scenes, keeping an eye on the social media sites, and if you have any questions, please feel free to put it into the Q&A, go into chat, whatever we can do to help make this a really great experience for you. We are excited about this amazing lineup that we have today. So, any festival would not quite be the same if it weren't for some taiko and dance. And we are very fortunate to have 2 amazing groups to kick us off for this Sunday. So, 2 groups, the first, the San Francisco Taiko Dojo, and the Michiya Hanayagi Kai and Michisuya Hanayagi Kai. So first of all, Grandmaster Seiichi Tanaka founded the San Francisco Taiko Dojo back in 1968 and based it on this philosophy of unity of mind, body, and spirit. And the San Francisco Taiko Dojo is the first taiko group that was ever established in North America. We also have the Michiya Hanayagi Japanese classical dance group that was established in 1956, and Madame Hanayagi has been recognized by many organizations throughout the Bay Area, as well as internationally, for her contributions towards promoting the Japanese culture through Japanese classical dance. This dance group performs at festivals and events and tries to educate and share this form of Japanese art to help preserve the Japanese culture here in the United States. Both Grandmaster Tanaka and Madame Michiya Hanayagi have been bestowed the Order of the Rising Sun, Gold and Silver Rays, by the Japanese government for their contributions toward promoting the Japanese culture through their art. They are true community treasures, and we are so fortunate to have them as part of this festival. The San Francisco Taiko Dojo will present their 50th anniversary performance at San Mateo Performing Arts Center with the piece Onbashira, and the Hanayagi group will perform Ame no Shiki.
大の展開だ。ラルセルは信玄捕長車固め、大ソロエジを上する謙信。今まさに雌雄を決戦とす。願わくば我に栄光を与えたまえ。願わくば我に栄光を
じのとったらしい江戸屋中の昭和入り下地屋西山御入りもう一つおまけに甲州姉さん絞り上げたるうどこ入りおい負けとけそれとけ負けだ負けだおー
Wow, how amazing to have those two groups here in the Bay Area, and wonderful to see their past performances. We hope to see them in person and live next year, fingers crossed, but certainly wonderful, wonderful treasures. We want to quickly shout out to some of the people who are joining us today from all over. It's amazing. Hello to Masahiro in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We have Anastasia and Shirley from right here in San Francisco. Chris is joining us from Reno. Addison says she is joining us from Las Vegas. And we also have a named Swimming Tigress, who is in Winnipeg, joining us today. Thank you so much. And I also want to give a shout out to my Japanese American colleague, brother, and friend, Robert Honda, who says he is watching. Hey, Robert. And he said last week when he emceed, he was wearing his San Francisco Taiko t-shirt underneath his happy coat. So definitely it is one of those wonderful, wonderful opportunities that this festival presents to bring all of us together, whether it be in person as it has in years past, or virtually as it is this year. Welcome to everyone who is joining us. We hope that you enjoyed those performances, and we have so much more coming up. We're really excited. So we want to transition now to the place where we actually have centered the virtual festival, the Japanese Cultural and Community Center of Northern California. Now, this is locally known as the Center, and it really aims to meet the evolving needs of the community through offering a wide variety of programs that are affordable, and they have services and facilities that are used by other community groups. So it really is such a central place in the heart of San Francisco's Japantown. They have served as a venue for performances and cultural exhibits throughout the normal festival weekends, and we really appreciate the center opening their doors, allowing me and our technical crew to be here and be able to bring you this virtual festival. So thanks so much to the JCCCNC. And next we want to have a special message to announce the reopening on May 3rd. Just around the corner. So please welcome the Japanese Center of Northern California. And once again, our heartfelt thanks to the Japanese Cultural and Community Center of Northern California for housing the festival's production crew. I'll try and take a picture and post it on one of the social media sites because we are distanced, we have our masks on, there's hand sanitizer, and these are all things that they have in place too for when they do open again on May 3rd. We'd now like to introduce the Northern California Okinawa Kenjinkai. They are going to be performing 3 segments today. The Kagiyadefu, a traditional ryuku or Okinawan ceremonial dance that's performed by Master Kinuko Mototake of the Azama Honryu Seifu Ichisenkai and Joseph Nishijo of the Tamagusuku Ryu Kansenkai, Nishijo Joseph Ryubu Dojo. There will also be a karate demonstration featuring Chief Master Toshihiro Oshiro and instructor Daiki Takekawa of the Oshiro Karate Dojo. And finally, a popular type of bon odori, or festival dance, usually in the summertime, to welcome the spirits of the departed to come home for Obon, and also help send the spirits home after the festivities. So please, a warm virtual welcome to the Northern California Okinawa Kenjinkai.
Yeah.
And the Okinawa Kenjinkai is currently accepting applications for the Uchina Junior Study Project and NCOKK Scholarship. So if you want more information, you can visit their website at ncokk.org. We're also having our tech team put that into the chat so that you can get that if you are interested. But what a wonderful group to have here with us, and we appreciate being able to see them at a past performance and hopefully being able to see them again in person next year. On the second and fourth Tuesday of every month, the Choral May, a subgroup of the next group, will be meeting at the center after the reopening on May 3rd. So, Sa Fu Shi U is an abbreviation for San Francisco de Furusato no Shiki o utaimashou. Utaimashou means let's sing Furusato no Shiki in SF. They're members from Ensemble Shiki, a Japanese mixed voice choral group, and Choral May, a Japanese male voice choral group, and other friends from the general public. Now, Furusato no Shiki is a medley collection of 12 Japanese traditional songs representing the 4 seasons. Originally, it was planned to perform at the Chorale May 25th anniversary and Ensemble Shiki's 15th anniversary in September of 2020. Of course, with the pandemic, that has changed some of the plans. So Safu Shi-u changed their goal to make a virtual choir and record for this festival. We are so delighted to now present Safu Shi-u.
All
Wow, such beautiful singing. And if there's one thing that this pandemic has taught us, it's that the human ability for ingenuity and creativity continues, even if it has to be virtual. So thank you so much, the Safushi-u performance that we just got to hear today. We also want to welcome Stephanie and Libby, who are tuning in from Alameda, Vicky, and also Ernesto from the East Bay. Ernesto, I think I remember you from yesterday, so thanks for coming back for day 4. We do want to say at this time that we acknowledge the festival's many, many arts and crafts vendors who typically would be just down the street at the Buchanan Mall over the festival weekends with their tents and their beautiful, beautiful crafts and arts. And although we're not able to host them in person this year, you can still support them and purchase their items through our arts and crafts virtual marketplace. We have that on the website, nccbf.org. And you will find a directory to all of the artisans as well as links to their online shops and social media outlets. So that is one way that even if we can't be here in person, you can still support all of the work and the small businesses that make up this beautiful mix of community here in Northern California. Well, one San Francisco native, Linda Tomoko Mihara, began her lifelong origami journey at the age of 5. She is the granddaughter of Tokinobu Mihara, author of 2 of the first books on origami ever written in English. That was back in the early 1950s. Well, now origami has become such a popular practice, not just here in the Japanese American community, but really throughout the country. And Linda has received the 2015 Asian Pacific American Heritage Award from San Francisco Mayor Ed Lee for her work in origami design and her contributions to the Asian Pacific American community. She has won awards for her innovative origami art, including several awards of excellence and a Jurors Award from the California State Fair Fine Arts Competition. Linda's professional folding is used in both private and also commercial work, among having a worldwide and very high-profile clientele and curating several origami exhibits in San Francisco, Marin County, and most recently at the National History Museum in Taipei, Taiwan. She manages the family business, the Paper Tree, that's located here in Japantown's Buchanan Mall. We are so very happy to have Linda Mihara joining us with a special origami presentation.
Hi, I'm Linda Mihara, and I'm going to teach you part 2 of the origami demonstration for the 54th annual Cherry Blossom Festival. Thanks again for joining and tuning in. And today I'm going to teach you, of course, a cherry blossom. We need to do an origami cherry blossom. It is a festival, so let's do this. This is a cool model because it's comprised of 5 petals that you fold and then interlock together to make the one blossom. So it's really actually very easy and really fun to do when you put it together. So let's get started. So since you're going to need 5 sheets, I recommend grabbing 3 sheets of paper, and what we're doing is we're going to actually split the paper in half so that we are working with rectangles. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. So here's my sheet of paper. We're going to fold it in half into a rectangle, and then we're going to cut. Take my blade, and let's go ahead and cut that. So now we have 2 rectangles here. So put one aside, and we're going to work with one. With the color side face up, you want to fold it in half lengthwise, like this. And then go ahead and unfold it. Turn the model over, and we're going to fold it in half this way. So I'm folding this upside down, so this is how you should be having your paper oriented in front of you. You should have the open end to your right and the folded edge on your left. There's that pre-crease line that we have right in the middle here, and so you want to pay attention to that. We want to open this up, and we want to take this corner and fold it up to that pre-crease line that you've made on the previous step. We're going to bring that up, just like this, and then we're going to close this up like that. Now you're going to take this edge. Now this is the folded edge here. We're going to fold that corner up to meet that center line, like this. Now we're going to unfold this, and we're going to hide the corner inside the flaps. So you want to lift up this top flap. We're just going to push that corner in just like I'm doing here, and then you're going to fold along that pre-crease, that triangle pre-crease that you did on the previous step, like this. And now you're going to close it up just like this. So it's tucked in and you have this flap here. Now you want to take the flap and you want to open this up, and you want to take this here, and this gets tucked in behind, inside that pocket that you've created. So again, here's your start here. You're going to take this flap and it's going to go inside and wrap around this flap that you've created here. So we're just going to tuck it in just like this. So it looks like that. I'll just repeat that so that you can see it again. You've tucked this corner in here. You're going to take this, lift this up, and you're just going to tuck it inside like this. So it looks just like this. Now this upper corner here, you're going to fold this one down to meet that center line, like this. And then now you're going to make a mountain fold along this middle. So basically what you're doing is you're going to go like this. Okay? Let's go ahead and rotate it so that it looks like this now. Take this corner here and bring it up to the top. Just like this. Unfold it, and we've created a guideline for the next two steps. You want to take this corner and you want to fold it at an angle like this. And this edge should fall right along that diagonal line that you've created on the previous step here. This goes like this. You want to unfold that. Now take this corner and bring that up to that new crease that you've created. So let's fold it like that. That's our crease here. Then you're just going to fold this up and crease that. And now you're done. So here's one petal of your cherry blossom. Let's do a second one here from the same size so that I can show you how this goes together. So again, we're starting with the color side face up, and we're folding it into a rectangle like this. Unfold it. Let's turn it over to the other side, and we're going to fold it in half this way. Now we're going to unfold that and fold this corner up to this first line here. And then we're going to close this up like this. Here's the folded edge. We're folding that corner up to this pre-crease line here. You're going to unfold that, lift this up, and we're going to tuck this corner in. So see, it's going to go in like this, and it follows along those pre-creases that you've made, and it flattens like this. Now you're going to take this flap, lift this up, and you're just going to tuck it inside, just like that. It's like it's split in half here. You're going to take now this top corner and fold it down to meet that there. And then let's lift this up and fold this whole thing in half like that. You should see a flap here. Take this corner here and bring it up to the top and fold. Give that a good strong crease. You're going to unfold that. Fold this edge up to meet, fold this outer edge up to meet that pre-crease. Unfold that. And now take this corner and fold that up to this crease. Actually, you want to, after you fold this here, unfold, take this edge and you're folding it up to this crease here and unfolding it. Then the final fold is to take this point and bring it up to that new crease that you've created, like that. And then refold it along that fold like this. That is your second petal. So if you look at this petal, here's the outside part of the petal. There's a flap on one side and there's a pocket on the other. So guess what? The flaps go inside the pocket. So I have my two petals here. This flap is going to go inside this pocket, just like this. Continue with the other three petals, and it ends up just like this. So here is your completed Sakura candy dish for the Cherry Blossom Festival. Thanks again for joining me, and hope to see you next year in person here in San Francisco for the Northern California Cherry Blossom Festival. Thank you.
That was Linda Mihara, everyone. And I want to let you know, she does these free classes on Saturdays. This last one was doing spinners, which you put down and they spin like tops. And she also has been doing something amazing with all of the anti-Asian hate that has been going on across the country. Linda decided to do a project called Hearts for Love. So she's teaching people how to fold these origami hearts, asking people to send them to her store, The Paper Tree, and she's getting them from all over the country and even from Japan. She's going to be putting them up for May for the AAPI Heritage Month. And it is just a way to show your love, positivity, and support for the Japanese American and Asian American communities during this most challenging time. So Linda Mihara, thank you so much for sharing your talents with us for the festival today and always. And just a little trivia fact, Linda was actually a participant in the Cherry Blossom Festival's Queen program, and she did a very impressive origami demonstration for her talent presentation. And by the way, she won. So she is a past Cherry Blossom Queen herself and a longtime supporter of this festival. So thank you so much, Linda. Well, the Northern California Naginata Foundation has been participating in the festival for almost 30 years. And our various dojos promote both the modern sport form of Naginata and the classical style of Tendo-ryu Naginata Jutsu. The NCNF has dojos in San Jose and San Francisco and Tendo-ryu in El Cerrito. A Naginata demonstration at the Santa Cruz Japan Cultural Festival is up next, so we hope you enjoy it.
Your overhead cut. Changing sides.
This is naginata. A naginata is a Japanese glaive or halberd. Wielding this weapon has developed into a martial art, also called naginata. It is one of the many Gendai Budo, or modern martial arts, that come from Japan.
So David and I were drinking one day and he was like, hey, want to go to the back and try to hit me with a big stick? That's how I began naginata.
I was immediately drawn to naginata because of the beautiful sweeping motions, and it really reminded me of ocean waves.
I'd heard of naginata a long time ago. Didn't really know too much about it, but it wasn't until I was in Okinawa that I actually saw it in real life. I was in Okinawa after college because I went over there to teach English and also to train in a martial art called Yamane-ryu. Part of my regimen was basically to train by myself at the Okinawa Prefectural Budokan 2 to 3 times a week. One of those days I was there, a trio of young ladies came in, dressed in immaculately pressed keikogi, hakama, and they had in their hands naginata. I was curious because I'd never seen it before, so I decided just basically to put down my weapons and to watch them train. And I was absolutely impressed with basically how clean they moved, how beautifully they moved, how gracefully they moved, and how aggressively they moved when it came time for Jigeko.
When I first moved to California, I had the opportunity to visit Miyako Tanaka Sensei's dojo in El Cerrito, and I was immediately drawn to the power and the gracefulness of her movement.
The naginata has been around since at least the 11th century. On the battlefield, it was particularly effective against horsemen and foot soldiers alike. However, with the advent and adoption of firearms, the weapon came to be primarily studied by women of samurai families. To this day, it is still highly associated with being a woman's martial art. By the early mid-20th century, naginata was incorporated into the physical education curriculum for women. After World War II, naginata became one of the many martial arts, such as kendo, karate-do, and aikido, to be reinstated in sport-like competition formats. However, it did not gain global awareness as quickly. In 1979, our founder, Miyako Tanaka Sensei, was sent by the Japanese Ministry of Education, Science, and Culture to teach naginata in the United States. In 1990, Tanaka Sensei and her students founded the Northern California Naginata Federation, one of the oldest naginata organizations outside of Japan.
I first found out about naginata from my kendo sensei, who did a small demonstration, and I was immediately intrigued with the possibilities of this weapon in combat and also of its unique place in history as a woman's weapon.
Similar to other modern martial arts, naginata includes a shiai, or freestyle sparring aspect, as well as an engi, or choreographed movement aspect. The two are practiced together during training. While naginata may not be as widespread as other martial arts, many of our members were introduced to naginata after previously studying other martial arts.
Before I met naginata, I was practicing kendo and already had a sense of Japanese martial arts. As soon as I realized there were naginata dojos in the Bay Area, I started my serious training. I chose to do it because of its varied moveset. Naginata is a long pole-arm and the grip on the shaft changes. That enables many ways to use naginata in combat, like different types of swings, quick cuts, thrusts, blocks, and many more. And the target area on the opponent ranges from up to the head to down to the shin, so there are a lot of choices to attack. It is just fun to come up with different strategies and pick the best, most effective ways to attack.
My mom comes from Chinese descent and my dad is of Japanese descent, and growing up I learned a lot of Chinese martial arts. By the time I was in high school, I thought it might be good to learn a Japanese martial art to be a bit more culturally balanced. Then when I was in college, there was a naginata club, and there was something about the way it looked and just the way they carried themselves and how they were able to manipulate this almost 6-foot-long weapon.
One of our dojo at San Jose State University is a joint kendo and naginata dojo. This gives us a great opportunity to cross-train. But what is it about naginata that makes it so unique?
On a purely physical level, I think naginata is probably one of the most dynamic weapon-based Japanese martial arts. The importance of having your body mechanics aligned and in sync is so much more emphasized. You have to train your body to operate almost like a clock, where your arms, your feet, your hips, your torso have to be perfectly in sync to manipulate the weapon. And then on top of that, you have to be able to fight on both sides.
One of the great things about naginata is that anyone can take part.
My daughter saw that Tender Ryu naginata classes were being offered at our local community center. I wasn't really familiar with naginata, but I said to my daughter, if you want to take the class, I'll take it with you. It would be a good time for me to learn one of the martial arts and also bond with my kid. And one of these days, I hope to beat my daughter in a match, which I haven't accomplished yet. But I'm going to keep trying.
While it is taught as a physical art, Naginata offers a way to reflect on your interactions with other people and your own nature.
By practicing Naginata, I am able to find out my maturity. This may be an interesting answer for what I enjoy about Naginata, but you don't have many opportunities to learn what you're missing once you become an adult.
Naginata is a great teacher because it readily shows weaknesses in your body technique and in your mind. So I like to practice Naginata because it helps me to improve myself.
Naginata challenged me to really face my fears and to stop making excuses for myself. Before joining the NCNF, I avoided doing Shiai at all costs. Reflecting on it now, I realized that it was because putting on my bogu made me very uncomfortable, and frankly, I was afraid of losing. And I realized that if I keep practicing only the things that make me comfortable, I will never truly grow. And most importantly, I am learning that it's not about winning or losing. It's really about challenging myself and my own limits and learning that I can keep going forward.
I enjoy the process of conquering fear. No matter it is in practice or matches, the attacks are real and it sometimes hurts. When I just got started and it was intimidating to face someone who is really good, because the fight would just punish me with every single mistake, which I made a lot as a beginner. And in those desperate times, I learned to challenge myself. I learned to throw myself in to catch the slightest chance of victory. And that is when I felt I started to grow, both in and outside of the arena. I still remember a lesson I learned from Naginata about composure. It is in the men's final of Dangai division. I lost the match, and in dismay I threw my arms into the air. I was scolded by my sensei the moment I stepped out of the field. Not because I lost the game, but I lost to my own emotions. That was the moment when I started learning to keep calm no matter the situation. It is a very important lesson for me as a pretty emotional figure.
Beyond the dojo, our Northern California Naginata Federation members often enjoy socializing together. Many of us have found a community through Naginata.
I enjoyed the camaraderie. My favorite memory was attending Bryn Mawr in 2018 with the rest of NCNF.
So, tangibly related to Naginata, I have many fond memories of the people I've met during my practice of this martial arts. For instance, Chad Sensei actually taught me to drive stick on a way to a competition in Los Angeles.
I was interested in connecting the community through Naginata. I was able to meet wonderful sensei and friends all over the world through learning Naginata.
There is life after retirement, and Naginata has enabled me to meet and train with other practitioners through seminars held throughout the year.
Overall, whether it's the physical aspect, character development, or community building, Naginata has brought joy to all of us in many different ways. And we hope to continue the tradition that Tanaka Sensei began for us. For more information, you can visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/NorCalNaginata. You can also follow us on Instagram at NorCal_Naginata.
Such a wonderful video, kind of pulling back the curtain on Naginata. And you might have seen Yuki Nishimura in that video. She is actually our 2019 Cherry Blossom Festival Queen and is the regional representative of the United States Naginata Federation. She represented the United States at the International Naginata Federation's 2019 Goodwill Tournament in Germany. Very talented and a wonderful part of the festival family. Performing in this next video are members of the California chapter of Nishikawa Ryu, taught by Master Sensei Nishikawa Minosuke V and his delegate instructor Nishikawa Senshinosuke. The Nishikawa school is actually based in Tokyo, Japan, which began back in the 18th century. And this school is the oldest traditional dance school in Japan, specializing in Nihon Buyo, or Nihon Japanese classical dance, that is very closely connected with kabuki theater. Wakamizu is the first scoop of water that is drawn from the well on the morning of New Year's Day. And this dance expresses a pure mindset on the first day of the new year. Next, Sanosa, a woman who is just longing for her lover who has not visited her for a while. She thinks of him and then recalls some prior moments that they spent together. Gomangoku, the daimyo, or the feudal lords in the next song, were given 50,000 koku, and that's a unit to count the volume of rice to evaluate the value of one of the feudal domains. That was back in the Edo period. Well, this dance praises the daimyo and also celebrates their land's prosperity. So next, the Nishikawa Ryu.
花づくしサザンカ桜か水仙かに咲くの梅の花ボタン桜くねゆりの花おもどのことならなんて聞くの花手を握りさよならとふたしなし別れかねてはまた戻り互いに見交わすね顔と顔何にも言わずに目にあなたそりゃ無理よ二三日ならともかくも20日のその頼りもせずにねいられるかまして男心と秋の空朝の空5万億でも岡崎様はよい子の三世お城下まで船がつくしょがいなやれこりゃ船がつくお城下まで船がつくしょがいなよいよいよいこの三世まだまだ早そうめでためでたの若松様よよい子の三世枝も咲か 相愛なよいよいよいこの三世まだまだ早そう
So beautiful and so much talent. Thanks so much. And there's actually another familiar face that was in there. The second performer was the festival's 50th anniversary cherry blossom queen, Jackie Kimiko Chu. So beautiful and wonderful to see these cultural traditions that are being continued through our Japanese American communities, passed on from generation to generation. And as you saw in the first weekend, we have so many festival events in the Bay Area, but this festival is represented by our festival queen and court at what we call our sister festivals. And I'd like to introduce you to the 2019 Nisei Week and the 2021 Honolulu Cherry Blossom Festival Queen and Courts.
Hello everyone, my name is Julia Shinaga and I'm honored to be the 2019 Nisei Week Queen.
Hi everyone, my name is Mia Masae Lopez and I'm honored to be the 2019 Nisei Week First Princess.
Hello, my name is Kara Chizuru Ito and I'm the 2019 Miss Tomodachi.
Hello, my name is Ariel May Imamoto and I am proud to be a 2019 Nisei Week Princess.
Hello, my name is Emily Yuiko Ishida and I'm honored to be a 2019 Nisei Week Princess.
Hello everyone, my name is Kayla Sachiko Igawa and I'm honored to be a 2019 Nisei Week Princess.
Hello everyone, my name is Marika Kate Gottschall and I'm honored to be a 2019 Nisei Week Princess.
On behalf of the Nisei Week Foundation, we congratulate the Northern California Cherry Blossom Festival on your 54th anniversary and a successful virtual festival. Through the many challenges we faced this year, it's remarkable to see the festival committees and court bring the community together and celebrate Japanese and Japanese American culture in San Francisco's Japantown.
Congratulations to the 2019 court, Yuki, Naomi, Stephanie, Elena, and Nami, for all of your hard work. While this year has been challenging, your dedication to supporting and celebrating your community has been inspiring, and we wish you continued success.
We'd like to also extend our congratulations to the 2021 candidates in court. It is a great honor to represent your community, and we wish you a year full of amazing memories and everlasting friendships. We hope you have a great festival and are looking forward to meeting everyone soon.
Although we were sad not to be able to visit in person last year, we are happy to see everyone in good health and spirits. We hope to be able to gather in person again soon.
We look forward to experiencing the virtual festival and are excited to see how the 2021 court will represent the community during this new norm. We admire how you continue this special tradition during these tough times and want to wish you all the best.
Thank you for the continued friendship between our foundations. Although most of our time together was spent virtual, we are thankful to have developed lasting relationships and to share this experience with you.
Congratulations again to the Festival 2019 and 2021 courts. We can't wait to see the festival in person sometime in the near future and hope you all continue to stay safe and healthy.
Aloha from Hawaii. My name is Christine Ito and I'm the president of the Honolulu Japanese Junior Chamber of Commerce.
My name is Erin Muraoka and this is Lauren Dukchitra, and we are the general chairs of the 69th Cherry Blossom Festival here in Hawaii.
On behalf of the Honolulu Japanese Junior Chamber of Commerce, we wanted to thank you for allowing us to participate in this virtual program and send lots of aloha from here in Hawaii to you, the Northern California Cherry Blossom Festival, and your amazing city.
While we are unable to visit California this year, we are grateful for this long-standing sister city relationship between Hawaii and San Francisco and are proud of our friendship and bond that continues to remain strong.
Many of us here in Hawaii have had the privilege to celebrate the Northern California Cherry Blossom Festival in San Francisco and are also part of the hospitality committee when hosting our friends here in Hawaii. Christine and I were both part of the 61st Cherry Blossom Festival Court and know that these wonderful experiences and exchanges are so special. We're grateful to those who created this relationship many years ago, as we are now given the opportunity to not only share and perpetuate our culture and traditions, but to continue to create lifelong friendships.
We have all faced unique challenges this year, but that did not stop us from persevering. We are fortunate to be able to host our festival this year, including cultural, personal, and professional development classes for our 11 Queen contestants, an in-person golf tournament, and of course, our festival ball. We know how challenging it is to persevere through these difficult times, and we applaud your organization for your commitment and effort in hosting the 2021 Northern California Cherry Blossom Festival.
Our 68th Cherry Blossom Festival Queen and Court were also happy to have met with the members of the 2019 Northern California Cherry Blossom Festival Court virtually. They talked about their unique experiences, shared stories and projects during their reign, and exchanged lovely care packages and notes. On behalf of the Honolulu Japanese Junior Chamber of Commerce, we'd like to say congratulations to the Northern California Cherry Blossom Festival and thank you for allowing us to be part of your program.
We wish you good health, safety, and a successful 2021. We now have the honor to introduce you to our newly crowned 69th Cherry Blossom Festival Queen and Court. Please take care and aloha.
Aloha, my name is Brianne Yamada and I am the 69th Cherry Blossom Festival Queen, Miss Popularity, and Miss Congeniality.
My name is Taylor Onaga and I am the 69th Cherry Blossom Festival First Princess.
My name is Motomi Otsubo and I am a 69th Cherry Blossom Festival Princess.
My name is Taylor Tashiro and I am a 69th Cherry Blossom Festival Princess.
My name is Shelly Imamura, and I am a 69th Cherry Blossom Festival Princess.
Thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of your program. Our festivals are held close to one another, and we were crowned just this month. Similar to your experience, we had quite a unique year. We were lucky to be able to participate in cultural, personal, and professional development classes, including Gyotaku and Taiko, and so much more. Over the next year, we are looking forward to a year of serving our community, learning and sharing about our Japanese culture, and of course, getting to know all of our sister city courts. We would like to send our congratulations to the outgoing 2019 Queen and Court members, Queen Yuki, First Princess Naomi, Princess Nami, Princess Stephanie, and Princess Elena, and applaud them for their efforts in perpetuating the Japanese culture and representing their organization during these unique times. And to the new incoming 2021 Northern California Cherry Blossom Festival Court, congratulations to Ashlyn, Kelly, and Akiko. We're looking forward to meeting you and of course to welcoming you to the Cherry Blossom Festival Sisterhood. On behalf of our 69th Cherry Blossom Festival Court, we would like to say mahalo for allowing us to be a part of the Northern California Cherry Blossom Festival virtual event. Please take care, stay safe, and enjoy the rest of the event.
And now it is my great pleasure and honor to be able to introduce the 54th annual Northern California Cherry Blossom Queen and Court. We have Princess Ashlyn Hong, who's here, First Princess Akiko Bates, and Queen Kelly Ashima. Ladies, we are so delighted to have you as our 2021 court in the middle of this virtual celebration. Bravo to all of you for sticking with this program. And we'd like to get at first a chance to get to know each of you. So Ashlyn, why don't you start and just introduce yourself to the people who are watching today.
Hello everyone, my name is Ashlyn Hom and I am honored to be a Northern California 2021 Northern California Cherry Blossom Festival Princess. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank my sponsor, Benihana, for allowing me to be here today.
Thanks so much, Ashlyn. And now let's move on to First Princess, Akiko.
Hello, everyone at home. My name is Akiko Bates. I am deeply honored to be the first princess of the 2021 Northern California Cherry Blossom Festival Court, and I'd like to thank my wonderful sponsor, Takara Sake USA Incorporated, for their help and support.
And our 2021 queen, Kelly.
Hi everyone, my name is Kelly Noelani Ashima, and I'm honored to be the 2021 Northern California Cherry Blossom Festival Queen. I'd like to take a moment to thank my sponsor, the Japanese Chamber of Commerce of Northern California, for this wonderful opportunity, and thank you all for being here with us through this virtual setting.
And congratulations, all of you. It's just wonderful to have you as part of this festival, as part of the longstanding tradition of the Queen's program. And I hope you're all feeling well. We're going to chat a little bit so that people can get to know you and, and hear a little bit about what your experience has been. So the first thing, why don't we start with you, Akiko, because I wanted to ask you just, what is something that you wish the community knew about the Queen program here in the Bay Area?
I think that it's an important emphasis on program, not pageant. This isn't something like a Miss America or a Miss California. It's really a young woman's leadership program. And what I found here has been incredible mentorship, friendship, and a great fostering of leadership skills. I've learned things like public speaking, presentation skills, interview skills that I'm going to carry with me for the rest of my life. But beyond that, like great professional development, I could talk for hours about that. But it's also the friendships I've made, whether it's with my amazing fellow court members or it's with the larger Cherry Blossom community. And I think that's been something that coming from Hawaii has been a huge gift as I settle into this community.
And very well said, I might say. Thank you. And this has been a really difficult time too for the entire community, certainly here in Japantown and throughout the Bay Area. And Kelly, I guess I want to turn to you and ask, due to this pandemic, your candidate journey was much longer than the typical 1 year. It was extended over 2 years. There were 2 other people who were initially involved with the court. So I'm wondering, what were some of the important things that you learned about yourself, in the course of this 2-year process?
There are 2 things really. I think the first thing is to just be flexible and be adaptable. The 2 other court members that we previously had, they were offered really great opportunities, and so we're really happy for them. And I think that just goes to show that during this time, so much can change so quickly. And so being flexible has been something that I've really practiced over this time. Also to have faith in myself. I am a very big worrier. So this program has taught me confidence and to just relax and take a breath and let things come to me naturally and to have faith in my abilities.
That's really wonderful. And I think, you really hit on something that sometimes it can be hard to relax when all of this is going on and finding that center, finding that calm. And it's wonderful to see all of you having come through these 2 years and finally be at this point. Ashlyn, one of the things I was wondering is just what your favorite part has been in this whole candidate journey.
My favorite part definitely has to be getting to know my fellow court members, including the 2 previous candidates that were with us previously. Through these past few years, we have developed very strong and great friendships, and the bonds that we have formed, especially during this time. And I realized that during this time, it is really important to form such great bonds during trying times such as the pandemic, so that you don't feel like you're alone. And this is something that I will cherish for the rest of my life.
And that is, I think finding those ways to connect, and the theme of this festival too, the Kizuna, is one of those things that tries to speak to that, reaching out, forming bonds. So that's a wonderful insight that you have. Kelly, I was wondering, we know that you grew up dancing as part of the Michiya Hanayagi Pride, and they are also performing as part of this festival, the virtual festival, and really the creative expression that you showed as part of the program night with the Nihon Buyo, a Japanese piece that was choreographed by Hanayagi Sensei. I'm wondering if you could share a little bit about how it's felt to do the Nihon Buyo and share it virtually, with the community.
Yes, I have loved Nihon Buyo for a long time. So anytime that I can perform, I try to really embrace it and enjoy it as much as I can. This process looked a little bit different because our lessons, we had masks on, and the preparation was a little bit different, but still all the lessons were the exact same. And I love being able to share this piece of our culture with so many people through the Queen program. And even within the Queen program, we got a chance to do a little bit of odori as a court, which we all really enjoyed. I know it was kind of a stressor for some people, but we did it. It was beautiful. And I love being able to do that. It really bonded us learning the art form of odori, right? So it was a really great experience. And I'm really glad I got to share it with the Queen program community as well.
I think that was, definitely one of the highlights of the Queen program. And certainly people who didn't get a chance to see it, I think can go onto the festival and the Queen program website for a link because that was, so lovely, even though we had to do it in a socially distanced way. Ashlyn, I was wondering what has been your favorite part of this festival so far?
My favorite part definitely has to be the washi ningyo, the washi ningyo. And I just love the minute details and how intricate and how intricate those dolls are, and the time and the patience it must have taken to create them. I just don't have the time or the patience for things like that. And it was just so nice being able to see the dolls of all the participants of the festival parade. And so we got to see the court, the taiko drummers, and the mikoshi ren. It was just so nice to see and just being able to showcase this part of Japanese arts with everybody.
Yes, and you mentioned the ningyo, the dolls, and the washi, the paper, and the idea that you can just make something like that out of paper and give it that form and that life. I think is really exciting. And I sometimes you can close than even when you're just in person and seeing it across a room. So that's interesting that you picked up on that. Akiko, I want to ask you what you're most looking forward to, now that you are part of this court for this court year.
I think what I'm most looking forward to is, after being given this incredible honor by the community, is how can we help support the community in these really trying times. We've spoken a lot as a court, and we're really committed to how can we help our businesses that are struggling right now, how can we raise awareness for that, and how can we help bring life into Japantown after the whole COVID-19 shutdown. And I think personally, I just look forward to being of service after having so many people help me over my candidate journey the last 2 years.
One of the things I did want to ask you about too is just as you were, we saw that you were volunteering in the Hanami area in the Japantown Peace Plaza. And just briefly, I was wondering if each of you could just talk about what it felt to be now part of the court, being there in the center, in the heart of Japantown, and what things that you've been enjoying in the festival so far. So Ashley, maybe starting with you.
So being involved in the Hanami in the Plaza this past Sunday it was a lot of fun. It really got us to be more involved in the Japanese American community, especially during a time like this where everyone has to wear masks and everything has to be socially distanced. It really showed that even during times like this, we can be able to pull up certain small scale events that won't pose us a risk to certain groups of people. And it was just a lot of fun and to do, and just to be a part of the community to help support the businesses, the small businesses over in Japantown. And it is definitely one of the highlights that I have done. That is definitely one of the highlights throughout this past week. And I definitely look forward to doing more events in the future.
Thank you. I'm sure so many people appreciated seeing you out there. Akiko, what about you?
It was for Hanami in the Plaza, it was so much fun, and it was such a breath of fresh air, not only to have incredible weather this past Sunday, but to really see so many people coming out, whether it was like groups of 2 or groups of 5. It was just great to like physically see people come and support our businesses. And I think it makes all the difference in terms of like getting us on track for a great COVID economic recovery. And then on like a more personal note, it was so, I mean, I've been so deprived of seeing Ashlyn and Kelly. It was just so nice to hang out with them, doing something that I know we're all passionate about. And it was such a great time.
That's right. You were actually in the same physical space, and I saw you were, taking all the precautions. So that was wonderful to see that, you were able to bring that spirit and, still be safe. And Kelly, what about you? Any thoughts or recommendations for people who might be, participating?
Yes, I loved volunteering with Hanami in the Plaza because it was really encouraging to see. There were so many willing and able volunteers at the event that were, building our community through their volunteerism, right? And there were so many families and patrons patronizing all of our businesses, which is always really encouraging to see. There is a want and a need for a Japantown in San Francisco. And I think Hanami and the Plaza really showcased that. And I think that if we are able to have more events like that, it will continue to help our community thrive and really help our businesses and our cultural district of Japantown really thrive and stake its claim in San Francisco. So it was really encouraging to see. I would encourage everyone this weekend too, for what's left of the weekend, to head out to Japantown. There are still probably tables out there to enjoy. There are so many wonderful businesses to eat and shop at, just to walk around, view the cherry blossoms. So I would highly encourage everyone to go out and visit Japantown.
Yeah, bring your mask or get a mask. Get a Japanese style mask. Yes. And, I've noticed all of the social distancing markers and all of that still, but certainly, with the cherry blossoms blooming, and that's the hana, the flower, me seeing them, it's wonderful. It feels like there is hope and new life. And certainly all of you bring that too with your wonderful spirits and your great smiles and just the dedication to helping, plant new roots in Japantown and also form new bonds. And that idea of Kizuna that you are also helping to bring people together. So thank you all for taking time to have a little conversation, let people get to know a little bit about you. And I'm sure we'll be seeing you around at different virtual or in-person events as the pandemic allows. But congratulations to all of you. And we certainly wish you the best of luck throughout this year and really look forward to you representing Northern California. And it's wonderful to have ambassadors like yourself for the Japanese American community. So congratulations. And I'm just so glad to see you now and look forward to seeing you in the future in your coming year. And I hope you enjoyed hearing from our court this year. The program is just amazing, and it really helps to mentor some of the next generation leaders for our Japanese American community. So if you are interested or know any young woman who would be interested, the applications are taken for anyone from 18 to 26 years old. And we do hope to have the festival move from virtual to in-person next year. But please keep in mind the Queen program, because it is a wonderful program to help get young people involved in the Japanese American community here in Northern California. Well, next, we'd like to have the Kazunami Yosakoi Dance Showcase come and participate. It's an annual Yosakoi performance that actually debuted in 2019, featuring Yosakoi teams from around the USA. And for Northern California Cherry Blossom Festival 2021, they invited Yosakoi teams from around the world, Australia, Europe, North America, to participate in creating a virtual performance. So don't know if it's been done before, but we are going to show it to you. The performances are Hifumi and Soranbushi. So now is the Kazunami Yosakoi Dance Showcase.
あ
Bravo! That was amazing. And did you see how they were doing it from all over the world? What an incredible video. And thanks to Ray Wong from Collaboration SF. Ito Yosokoi just wants to thank him for putting together that amazing video with all the clips of people taken from all over the world. Just wonderful and great to see so many represented. They continue to hold weekly classes over Zoom, and they've been doing this through the pandemic. And there's no dance experience that's necessary to join Ito Yosakoi. All of the people who participated, they just go in, they give it a try, and they are welcoming anyone who just is willing to learn and open to try new experiences. So you can go to Ito Yosakoi's Facebook page if you'd like to get more information. And certainly it is one of those performances that's always fun to see. Gets you up out of your seat and dancing. So thanks so much. Well, as you have heard throughout the past 2 weekends, the festival's theme is Kizuna, strength through bonds of community and friendship. And truly, to have the meaning of Kizuna, this brings us to our final piece with some thoughts on what Kizuna means to our festival committee.
This is my Kizuna.
Peaceful connections with respect and trust.
Kizuna is kindness and care for each other.
Kizuna means building community together.
Hi, my name is Hitoko Hagiwara from Urasenke Tankokai San Francisco Tea Group. The Kizuna is for me the relationships with friends, families, and people all over the world. We have a strong Kizuna with the Urasenke group from all over the world. The 15th Grandmaster of the Urasenke talk to all over the world. Peacefulness through a bowl of tea. This is a big Kizuna for us. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
To me, Kizuna means passion transcending borders.
Kizuna is finding new opportunities
to connect with each other from wherever we are.
Kizuna Meaning by Linda Mihara. Kizuna means to me an unbreakable bond between one another, between humankind.
I see Kizuna not only as a bond between family and friends, but as a bond between community members, both currently and from the past. A bond with people you know have affected you, and those you will never know had a profound effect on your existence. We are all here thanks to those who came before us, and we owe a lot of gratitude to the Japanese and Japanese American generations who came before us for enduring all they did so that we can embrace our identity freely in America. I am proud to be a part of the Mikoshi Parade Group to continue its 54-year tradition and strengthen the Kizuna bond between all Mikoshi members, past, present, and future.
Kizuna
is the special force that inspires and motivates individuals to give of themselves for the sake of others.
Wonderful words from members of our community. We thank each of you for sharing your thoughts about Kizuna. And this festival truly had brought together communities, not only from Northern California, but really all over the world. And we want to mention that we could not have done this virtual festival this year without the generous financial support from Grants for the Arts, the Henry and Tomoye Takahashi Charitable Foundation, and the Japantown Foundation. And on behalf of the festival and this year's co-chairs, Greg Valoria and Miki Katsuyama Novitsky, we like to acknowledge and give our gratitude to them, as well as the Consulate General of Japan in San Francisco and staff, especially Ryan Okada, for providing support and consultation for our festival. The PR and marketing team, who's played an integral role through the planning and execution of these past 2 weekends. Kiyomi Takeda, Matt Nagatomi, Quillen Resky, and the crew for making the Hanami in the Plaza a safe and enjoyable event. Our first week MCs, my dear friends Mike Inoue and Robert Honda, representing NBC Bay Area. It took all of them to come together to make this possible. And we are going to be posting a survey in chat on all of the platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and Zoom. So please take a moment, if you will, put down some things that you liked, if you have any suggestions and things that you're looking forward to for next year. We welcome all of your comments and are so grateful that you joined us for this event today. We will also be reposting both the video from today as well as the previous weekends, so you can find those on the Cherry Blossom Festival website. And for myself, I am so glad. Usually I'm on with KTVU on the 10 o'clock news, and this is an opportunity for me also to take joy in my own Japanese or Nikkei heritage as Yonsei. And this has been such a special event through all of the years here. It just is wonderful. And for me, Kizuna, meaning bonds, really are not just the bonds between family, between friends, and between community, but it's also the act of making bonds, of reaching out beyond the people that you might ordinarily see or think would be friends, family, community, to other people. And I think that that is something which all of us, the more that we can do that every day, then when there are difficult times, like we have seen with the Asian and Pacific Islander communities this year, and with so many other communities across the country and across the world, those bonds, that framework has been laid. And when times get tough, we can lean on those and have those there to carry us all through. So for me, that is the great joy of seeing something like this happen, seeing so many people participate, and having the spirit of Kizuna with us for this season. So thank you for joining us, the Sakura Matsuri Board, the Festival Executive and General Committee members, all of our festival participants and the volunteers who gave their time and their energy this year and every year. All of you out there joining us, we thank you. Hontou ni arigatou gozaimashita. I hope you enjoyed this 54th annual Northern California Cherry Blossom Festival. It was virtual. It was different, but we certainly appreciate your coming with us on this wonderful journey. To Mickey and Greg and Ryan, Maddie, Alan, who have been here helping to work with the tech team behind the scenes. Thanks to all of them for helping to make this possible. Please continue to be vigilant, stay safe, and stay healthy. And we look forward to seeing you next year. We hope that you have a wonderful time. Please have a great weekend, and good night.